You go on YouTube to immerse, but 9 out of 10 videos on your feed are not Japanese. The one that is Japanese is way too difficult and boring, so you check the recommendations and the cycle repeats. Today, I'll show you how to completely reset YouTube into a pure immersion machine so that you can acquire natural, unscripted Japanese used by natives in real life. Stay tuned. First, let's talk about why you should use YouTube and who this guide is for. So, number one, YouTube has a variety of unscripted and scripted videos, which means you get the best of both worlds. Here are the benefits of unscripted videos with some examples. People will use words and slang that aren't common in scripted content.
すごないっすか。
胴体ちょん切るから。そんなべらぼうに作んなくても。
かますわ。
それは多分焼き餅ってやつだね。どこのあべくどきなさい。
They will talk with disconnected thoughts.
一人だと思います。た時が怖いけど、でも団長はもう。
Slurred or unclear speech.
で、ダセじゃねえかみたいな意地をするのが多分 YouTuber としての。
いや、佐賀よ、それは。
And speak at a generally faster pace.
今回ちょっと入りから私がセミのチョコかけがめちゃめちゃうまいという話をしてますけど
ねえ、よかった本当に心の底からエーペックス先生と楽しんでいる方々でした。
All of these things reflect how Japanese people speak in real life, because that's exactly what it is. On the other hand, we have scripted videos which also come with their own benefits. Typically, they have clearer enunciation.
声をかけてきたのは迷惑防止条例で禁止されている客引きです。
The thoughts and pacing are easy to follow.
街の雰囲気についてなんですけど、なんかこうだいぶレトロな日本って感じで、まあそこまで違和感はないですね。
Generally speaking, these sentences are grammatically correct.
八神先生に弁護の依頼です。依頼人は大久保新平。
And you may think that scripted means unnatural, but that's not necessarily true.
地味っぽいのが好み。なんか言うこと聞いてくれそうな女が好きな男って言いますよね。男の嫌なとこが出てるわ。
These are also the benefits of anime and TV dramas, which is why if you're a beginner, I recommend you start with these first. It's also good to note that there's plenty of crossover between these two benefits, especially with content found on YouTube. Okay, and this leads us to our next point. Who is this guide for? Well, you see, we can divide Japanese learners into Group A and Group B. Group A started to learn Japanese because they wanted to understand Japanese content. Group B watches Japanese content because they started learning Japanese. As you can see, there are people who are interested in Japanese content without being able to understand a lick of Japanese. I have seen countless weebs watch a whole season of anime in one sitting, then later happily rewatch scenes even without subtitles just for the sake of enjoyment. These people, who aren't even trying to learn Japanese, can easily clock in 10 times the amount of immersion that many learners do. So if you find yourself getting bored when you try to immerse, it's likely not a discipline issue or a language skill issue, but instead an interest issue. And so to answer the question of who should be doing this, you should be doing this regardless of what level you're currently at. Because if non-learners are willing to watch Japanese content for hours every day, there's no reason that you as a learner shouldn't. Alright, so let's get into how we want to do this. First of all, you have to understand that YouTube has one job, and that is to feed you videos that it thinks you'd be interested in. And so YouTube is constantly taking into consideration not just what videos you watch, but what languages you use as well. So if we want YouTube to only feed us Japanese content, we have to trick YouTube into believing that we are a native Japanese person. Here's how we'll do this. Step 1, we want to trick YouTube into believing that we're physically in Japan. Aside from being actually, in Japan, we can also do this at home by using a VPN. I use NordVPN. You can get it here plus 1 month free by using my affiliate link. The VPN isn't 100% necessary, but it does make a difference. Okay, so with the VPN on, we want to make a new Gmail account and a new channel exclusively for watching Japanese content. Depending on where you live, you may be forced to give a phone number. Now, giving a Japanese phone number would be ideal, but if you don't have one, there's nothing we can do about that. You just have to give your regular phone number. The steps should still work regardless, so don't worry about it too much. By the way, if you include Jouzu Gumi as part of your name and I see you commenting on a video, I guarantee I will respond to you as well. Okay, so now that we have the account set up, how do we go about teaching the algorithm? Well, you may have noticed that my UI is all in Japanese because this is in fact one of the things that YouTube looks at. Matter of fact, if you want to pause and read, here is a list of factors that affects YouTube's judgment. So with these factors in mind, always remember the main rule of this channel. Only watch videos for Japanese people in Japanese. This means that even if the video is in Japanese but is aimed for learners, that's not what you want to watch on this account. If you do want to watch non-Japanese aimed content, make sure you change accounts first. In addition, when YouTube recommends you videos in the wrong language, hit the 3 little dots here and say do not recommend this channel or not interested. If you accidentally watch a video in the wrong language, go to your watch history and delete it. Same applies for shorts. Furthermore, double check in your settings that your new account's regional preference is set to Japan, and also set the language of everything else into Japanese. Remember that YouTube tracks not just the language of YouTube itself, but the language of your browser, as well as the language of your computer or phone. And finally, ensure that you know how to type in Japanese and only search and comment using Japanese. If you don't know how to type yet, I have guides for both computer and mobile linked up here. Okay, so we've got your account ready to go, but what do you even watch? Now, this goes back to the types of people that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. If you are type A, you are already into either anime, manga, VTubers, games, films, TV shows, books, or something. Whatever that is, just look up more of that in Japanese and only watch the content made for Japanese people. For example, if you like this anime or game, you can search for anime/game name plus radio or kirinuki/digest or hanno or v hanno or meishin or movie/story. Or if you like a certain character, you can search character name plus toujou scene. If you like a certain streamer or creator, type creator name plus kirinuki or totsumachi or gyakutotsu or korabo or zatsudan. But if you are type B, then the problem is that 1, you don't know what you're interested in, and 2, you may or may not understand what you watch. This feeds into itself like a circular loop. So my suggestion is to remove one of these factors, and I'd recommend removing the second one. So switch back to your normal channel and start looking for content made for Japanese people that have been translated into your native language. For example, if you like games, we can search VTuber Reaction EN Subs Horror Game. And I can find this playlist with a bunch of Japanese speaking people playing certain horror games and reacting with English subtitles. Heck, even a search for English subs JP VTuber shows quite a few good results. The important part here is that it opens up multiple doors. First, the game itself. If you like these clips, you can search for the full playthrough of the game in Japanese. Second, the people. In this compilation, it features 15 different streamers' reactions, so if you find one you like, you can search specifically for more of them. Okay, but what if you don't like horror games? What if you want to watch some travel videos? Searching EN Subs Japanese Travel only gives videos aimed for learners. So what do? Well, you gotta think outside the box. Traveling videos involves watching people go to places and commenting on the place. And anybody can look at a place and comment on it on Google Maps. So what about VTuber GeoGuessr English subs? Here is a video of a VTuber playing GeoGuessr in Japan, so you can get your virtual tourism plus Japanese. Furthermore, notice on the side it links to multiple related videos with English subs, the original live stream, other people's live streams doing similar things, and the same streamer playing different games. Again, it opens up multiple doors. And just as a side note, in case there's anyone thinking, oh, I don't want to watch VTubers, Just remember that although the avatars can feel weird at first, behind every single one of them is just a regular Japanese person speaking regular Japanese. Also, if your goal is to get good at Japanese, eventually you'll have to compromise and prioritize objective efficiency over personal preference. I don't like reading, and yet I own over 30 books that I've actually read, and I still don't like reading, but I still do it because it objectively helps my Japanese improve. If you want to lose weight but you like eating junk food and you don't like doing exercise, is it really surprising if you can't see progress without making sacrifices? The less picky you are with what you watch, the more you actually will watch. Stop waiting for the perfect moment for you to be ready or find the perfect material and just start. Alright, so once you figured out what you enjoy watching, let's take a look at some tools we can take advantage of too. First, you can track how much time you're spending on immersion automatically by using a free extension called Mikan made by yours truly. Just install it and it just works. Second, if you want to save money, you can get a combination of Yomitan plus ASB player, both free, and this will allow you to mine vocab from the videos and comments one at a time into Anki. However, because YouTube auto-generated subs are kind of poo-poo, I would only recommend doing this if you are confident in your ability to spot typos in Japanese. Thirdly, you could spend some money to get Migaku, which is an all-in-one package that can also generate subtitles that are more accurate than default YouTube subtitles. Migaku also has the advantage of being able to scan all the subtitles and identify the sentences with one word you don't know, then batch create Anki cards out of those words for maximum efficiency. I'm actually doing a giveaway right now, but before you sign up, please watch this first. I usually only recommend Migaku once you've hit an intermediate level. If a video has 500 unknown words and you only know 50, there just aren't going to be many sentences with just one unknown word. For reference, I started using Migaku around 8 months in, working on N3, just finished rewatching my favorite anime with Japanese subs, and learned around 3,000 words from the core deck. At that level, Migaku was isolating over 100 new words per episode, not only saving me a ridiculous amount of time, but also directly helping me to better understand the stuff that I want to watch. If you use this code, you get your second month free plus 20% off the lifetime plan, and if you sign up for the monthly plan in the next 30 days, you have a chance to win a permanent lifetime plan completely for free. Even if you're not at that level yet, the giveaway only runs for 30 days. So sign up now, earn your chance to never need to pay again, and don't miss the opportunity. One more thing, after you finish mining, it's on you to lock in and do your reviews every day. Watch this video next to learn the 12 key things I do to not miss a single review in over 1,000 days. そんじゃまた今度。